Alright folks, this is 2528 15th Avenue Court. 77 grand. I really like this place for the money. This is just a great buy. It's in pretty decent shape other than kind of some minor cleanup. You know, it's definitely dated, but you know, whoever did the work in here and the expansions and whatever else, you know, this one was built in 55 and I'm sure it's seen a few additions since then, but you know, I wouldn't call the layout wonky by any means, but it's, you know, it's just more kind of cool than anything. So you saw this is the, you know, the front living room with the stairs that go down to the basement. Of course, it's listed as a 2-bedroom, 1 3/4 bath, but there is actually a 3rd bedroom down in the basement, non-conforming, but fairly typical. They don't list anything below grade. And here's like a, you know, a large great room back here with a fireplace, large fenced backyard. Does have AC. You can see the storage shed there. There's really only one I'd call like weird room in here. Here's the kitchen. And it's also pretty nice. I mean, there's a lot of cabinet space and counter space, and it's really usable. Everything that's here is usable. For the money, it just seems like a really good buy. Neighborhood's nice. Kind of close to UNC, just so you know. So here's the 3/4 bath, and this one's been, you know, done pretty well. You've got kind of a newer vanity there. And the shower is just really clean. Something I'm not used to seeing, especially you know, in the places that I've kind of seen over here in this price range. Usually they're pretty beat up. There's usually some mold somewhere. This place is actually in really good shape. I mean, this is as close to move-in condition as you can get for this much house for this kind of price. Square footage wise, what are we looking at here? We're at 1308 on the main floor. The lower level is probably closer to the, I don't know, maybe 600. I don't really know, because it's really just 2 rooms. So the only weirdness here is this. It's kind of a little bonus storage room, which if I were to guess, and that just takes us outside, there's the garage. So if I were to guess, you know, this room here was probably not walled at some point. The garage probably, this whole part back here was probably an addition. But I don't really know. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. Feels really solid though underfoot, so I don't think there's really going to be any issues with that. So the basement, as you can imagine, is only about half of the house, size-wise. Hopefully you can see something. We've got kind of a living room here. This here is, you're not going to be able to see anything, but just where the furnace is, utility room. So we've got this long living room here. There's all these neat little cubbies and things everywhere. You can't really see them, but there's a closet that, to me, put a TV there. And if you can see this, you know, you can't, but cool little cubby hole there underneath the stairs. And here's the 3rd bedroom. Obviously with the windows, oh, wait a minute. No, it doesn't, that's a stationary window. So this has this kind of rad little ledge all the way around the room. Blue carpet and a closet. So I mean, I guess if you were to change that window out, you'd have a legitimate bedroom that you could rent or use, whatever. But that's it. I mean, for 77 grand for a place that's really just needs minor cleanup, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 1-car garage, fenced yard, etc., etc. I don't know what the repair escrow is for, $1,100, but I'm sure it's flashing on the screen now. Of course, if you have any questions, give me a holler. But once again, this one is 2528 15th Avenue Court in Greeley, 77 grand.